In this video, we discuss knowledge representation. Now, somewhere else I have mentioned knowledge, very, very important to the basic concept of AI, and then how to make programs that can behave intelligently. So, knowledge is the real, you know, part of it. And of course, equally important is the representation. So, knowledge representation is a study of how to represent knowledge and facts about the world, and what kinds of reasoning can be done with that knowledge. Humans, as I said, mentioned before, are best at understanding, reasoning, and interpreting knowledge. They are very good at manipulating symbols, symbolic information, as opposed to processing numbers. Per their knowledge, they perform various acts in the real world. There's some basic knowledge which all humans know about, but then depending upon my domain, if I'm a medical doctor, then I will have a different specific knowledge in my domain. Electricians, software engineers, mechanical engineers, architects, and so forth. So the question is, how do machines do all of these things? That comes under knowledge representation and reasoning, and this is what AI is all about. How can we transform that knowledge that exists in the mind, which makes us intelligent, and how can we replicate, copy, or emulate that into the computing machine? Agents can think, they can perceive, and then thinking contributes to their intelligent behavior. It describes for representing information about the real world so that computer can understand and utilize, as I said before, solving complex real world problems, as I said, medical diagnosis, communicating with human beings in natural language, something that happens every second, every 24/7 basis, we are doing that. Okay. How can computers do the same? And of course, knowledge also describes how we can make use of these things. So it's not just knowledge, not just representation of data into some database, but also it enables intelligent machines to learn from that knowledge. That's also very essential. Okay, you have the knowledge, you have a perception, and then remember I mentioned in that diagram as well, somewhere else, that there's a learning part to it. So I would say I really hard for me to give a number to it, but learning is extremely essential, and we do it from the day a child is born and keep on doing it until the last day. So all of this knowledge and experiences uh, can make intelligent behavior. An agent can behave intelligently. So what do we need to represent? What do we need to represent? Some basic objects, all the facts about the objects, okay, in our world domain. For instance, a guitar has strings, trumpets are brass instruments, okay. A rubber ball has air in it, as opposed to a cricket ball, right? That's filled up with something else. Then we need to represent events, items, actions that take place in our world around us: rain, earthquake, tornadoes, the sun rises, the sun sets, and likewise. Then comes performance. Performance describes the behavior which involves knowledge about how to do things, perform an operation, build software, test the software, right? Okay, I mentioned again, maybe somewhere else, meta knowledge. It is knowledge about knowledge, okay? Knowledge about knowledge. In an expert system, for instance, in the medical domain, an ontology is the meta knowledge about how things are related to each other, okay? Various concepts. So that's the meta knowledge in the medical domain. In software engineering, something else. In mechanical engineering, it's something else. Wisdom is the meta knowledge of determining the best goals in life and how to obtain them. So this is another conceptual understanding, okay, which is hard to actually represent as such, but that's knowledge. You try and do it. as much as we can. Then are the facts, the truths about the real world. As I said, it is raining, it is sunny, today is Friday, and so forth. Then comes the knowledge based part. The central component of the knowledge based agent is the knowledge base. Sometimes I use the word KB just to shorten it up. Knowledge base. The knowledge base is a group of sentences, statements, rules, conditions, etc., certain assumptions. The word sentences here is not a technical term, it is a technical term, not identical to the English sentence. Okay, so these are those various representation techniques that we need to understand, right? I hope you found it useful. Thank you very much.